What's going on, you bitch made ass niggas? You bitch made ass bitches? You real ass niggas and you real ass bitches. We back. This is episode 8.
8. Ocho.
8. Ocho. Episode Ocho. Mars Strife in the motherfucking building. We got drugs. We got motherfucking 5 Tizzle, my niggas. You know what I'm saying? We back in this bitch. Shout out to Craig. He rolled the haymaker earlier. You know what I'm saying? Got me a little fucked up.
He definitely did.
But we in this bitch though. You know what I'm saying? We live. You know what I'm saying? Cracking the 80s. AKA that nigga Humberto Gonzalez is a bitch made ass nigga, the podcast. And I'm gonna get into that later, the podcast. But
AKA Milwaukee is losing in 7, the podcast.
Damn, AKA Free YSL, the podcast. Crazy.
How y'all brothers is doing, man? You came in hot with that one right there. That's a sad one right there. But how y'all doing, man? I mean, another day, another pod. We back. Gotta check on the brothers, make sure y'all doing good before we go any further.
I'm doing straight, you know. It's a little had a long 2 days, but going to New York and shit to see the little one. It wasn't long. It was great seeing her. I'm getting her for the summertime, so I'm a little excited.
Is this your first year having her for the summer?
Hell no, I had her throughout the whole pandemic too.
Oh, okay. So 2020, it was
you. It was
you and
word pulled up on me and seen her too.
Oh, you was in PA?
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
How you doing, my nigga? My boy Drugs in this bitch.
We good over here, man. You know,
living.
Yeah, enjoying the the one of the best times of the year, NBA playoffs.
NBA playoffs. I mean, we could start with NBA. Well, I'm doing pretty good too. I mean, like, we could start with NBA playoffs, but I definitely want to get back to that. But I mean, I'm doing all right. Like, I was telling y'all niggas last week about how I started this thrifting and reselling shit. That shit has been, nigga. It's been pretty successful. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I see.
It's been pretty lucrative, if you should say. Like, it's basically, I'm getting a lot of money doing this shit that I would never get anywhere else legally. Like, and at a fast, like, this shit it's fast money. Like, it's not as fast as drug money allegedly, but you know what I mean, this shit is coming in pretty quick off of shit that just been in the crib. Shit I've been picking up at, know what I'm saying, at Goodwill and flipping them, like, legit copping shit for like $3, selling for $25 each piece. Shit is nice. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I kind of found a new passion.
That's what's up, man. I'm sending to that reselling game. Welcome,
like, word. Like, shit is fun, bro. Like, know what I mean, I get a kick out of, I mean, going to the Goodwill, finding some shit, finding a piece. I find a lot of electronics there. I'll be fucking with electronics. A lot of cameras, a lot of like gaming stuff. So, I mean, I focus on that when I get there. So I see that type of shit.
Let me know if you found any Game Boys, man.
Yeah, nah, I haven't seen no Game Boys yet. I just seen a lot of like old PS3 games. Cameras heavy. I found mad cameras and flipped them already. And like, I ain't gonna front, it's kind of interesting to see that this is a thing that exists, this world, this reselling market, like, especially when you just selling random shit. Like, I be on eBay with it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I sell a lot of shit on eBay, but in terms of random items that people just buy, you'll be surprised the type of shit that might just be sitting in your crib right now that you got no use for, but a nigga will straight buy that shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so that shit been cool. I ain't gonna front. I kind of I jumped feet first into it. Like, I ain't gonna lie, especially because the spot is right around the corner from me, and the post office is next door. So literally, like, I've been shipping shit out that I sold online, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck, let me go jump next door and see what they got popping right now. So shit is cool, man. Like, I'm into that shit for real right now. I'm on Discord groups and shit. You know what I mean? Shout out to my nigga Boomy Trill Figure. know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Braggadocious podcast. That nigga put me on. So
Salute, salute.
I'm out here, bro. It's cool. Like, shit is real cool.
I hear that.
That's it, bro. I'm happy for
Nah,
you, bro. I'm glad you out there, you know what I'm saying?
nah,
Serving the
word.
people, you know what I'm saying? Doing God's work, you know what I'm
I gotta
saying?
check in with you.
Nah,
Giving niggas
facts,
that drip,
bro.
you know what I mean?
Tap in, tap in. Like, I think this is about to be at the start of like a whole new like venture for me. Not like real talk. But I mean that shit cool. That shit cool. That shit cool. I mean, we could get into well, of
What we
course.
got first up?
I'm about to say let's get into just some housekeeping and shit first. I want to say first off, shout out to everybody that has been supporting again.
Word.
Please, shout out to y'all. Y'all
Shout out to y'all
mean
niggas. Y'all the real ones, man.
y'all mean so much to this podcast. Like we just put I mean we drop every Monday. Go ahead and like, subscribe to YouTube page, Cracking the 80's on YouTube. Make sure y'all get in tune with that. Comment. We do respond to comments. And on Instagram, you know what I'm saying? Cracking the 80's pod on Instagram. Fuck with us on there. We respond on there too. And you know, we on Twitter. You can find us on there. We be talking shit. And I do want to mention the official Cracking the 80's subreddit is now available. And that should be jumping.
Uh-huh.
That should be jumping, nigga. Like, you can find me on there talking spicy to random people burner accounts and shit. Cause you know it ain't no real people. There's people on there, but they all hiding behind a burner account and shit. So catch me on there talking shit to these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead and you can follow and like the page, but just interact with us on there. You can find us on there just at any given moment, like causing trouble. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, we all on there acting a fool. So
Or cracking the 80's subreddit on Reddit. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to y'all. Just make sure y'all keep liking, subscribing. Shout out to all of the supporters, the friends of the show. Shout out to the YouTube clips page, man. We really killing that. I don't really know if y'all really been paying attention. Like that shit is really moving. It for me it makes me feel proud because I've never been a part of something that has been so organic with the support. You know what I mean? Like we put out that last clip from the last pod, that Chappelle clip. That shit touched 1.3K in 24 hours. I mean, the first day. So that's saying something. You know what I mean? So shout out to y'all and keep supporting. We gonna keep putting this content out for y'all. Keep doing it for y'all, and that's love. But what do y'all brothers want to start? We could start with
I want to start off with I just found some shit out. Okay, so remember Yusuf?
yes, sir.
All right, remember how he got the job as the lead editor and cameraman for the San Diego Chargers?
Yeah.
Remember now this nigga recently just put the Chargers put out, I'm pretty sure he's behind this. They put out an anime like for the 2022 schedule, but it's like an anime. And it's pretty fucking epic. Holy shit.
and you think Son is behind? Shout out to that man.
Yeah, I think he's behind. Yo, bro, this shit is.
What?
Just go to YouTube and type in LA Chargers anime.
Oh, I forgot they in LA now. I
Yeah.
cause I think you might have said San Diego earlier, and it kind of put me on. But
Yeah,
they
kind of.
are in
Yeah,
LA
yeah.
now.
I'm
LA
so used to
Chargers.
saying, that.
Now, word. Shout out to that man though. That sound like a big. That
That's
sound like a
fire.
look. Like the NFL nigga. NFL just don't hire anybody for.
Yeah, he started off working at Fox. He was editing a show called Lucifer, I believe.
Oh, my mom loved that show. I never watched it, but she tried to
Yeah,
put me on.
he was doing all the editing work for it.
Crazy. Shout out to that man. What's his name? Say
Yeah.
his name again.
Yusuf.
Shout out to Yusuf.
Yeah, we linked up years ago in this comic book chat group on Facebook. We wasn't part of it, but we used to this YouTube page called Comic Book Cast, and they had like a fan page on Facebook where people would come and talk, and it was a group, and that's how we met. And it was a few of us. I'm actually in a Discord with them. I'm gonna hit them up. I haven't spoken to them in a while. I'd be so busy. So, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that was his idea.
Yeah, I mean that's what's up though. Like that right there is just So this is a black dude because I don't know son, but he
Definitely is.
yeah, and I mean that right there is just another win for the culture. You should say, I guess we could
Yeah.
say, because I
Yep.
mean for sure for him getting that gig, for him getting the gig alone is a win, but for him to also able to, and like you said, we don't know, but you think it is his doing or why they did that.
Right.
For that to be
Yeah.
a successful thing that happened, that's dope, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shout
Indeed.
out to them. Shout out to them for doing that. But I mean, I mentioned the culture, so we could definitely get into that man Kendrick Lamar dropped.
Yes, sir. The
Kendrick
album is
Lamar.
called the album is called Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. And I listened to it about 4 times.
So before you get into that, I've listened to some of the songs. I haven't heard the whole project. I know Drugs. You said you haven't heard anything from it yet, huh?
Yeah, no, I didn't. Unfortunately, I didn't get to tap in with it yet, but I plan to.
Yeah, I mean it's still early. I mean we could probably talk on it next pod. But Mars, you definitely heard that shit, huh?
Yeah, because I took the train today and I had to take the long ass bus. So I was listening to music my whole. So I was just like, let me just listen to Kendrick shit back to
Not to
back.
not to cut you off. That I miss that moving to Houston and not being in NY. I miss being on that train commute to listen to shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
to listen to new music.
I was bouncing back between him and Chase Fetty. Oh man, shout out to that boy.
Oh, we gonna get into that. But I
But
mean,
anyway, yeah, I listened to Kendrick shit. It's a double album. There's 2 sets of 9 songs, so 18 altogether. But he has it placed like 1 through 9, and then another 1 through 9.
so yeah, it is a double. It is a double album. We seen the picture leak. Well, not leak, but he seen the picture he put out with the 2 CDs, where everybody was speculating that it would be a double disc album. So Kendrick, he did drop his anticipated after 5 years, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And what do we? Oh,
I want to wait till y'all listen to. I want to wait till y'all listen to it so I could have a better. But I'm gonna give you a quick review. Okay, the first 9 is some of the best Kendrick music ever.
so Mr. Morale.
Like, it's like a mixture. Yeah. That first, yeah. And then the big step. That's how it is. The big stepper is the second part, and then Mr.
Well,
Morale is the first part.
I'm gonna assume so, just cause it
It
has
is a double album,
it
right?
got
Okay.
yeah word.
Okay. So Mr. Morale it's like a mixture of To Pimp a Butterfly and Damn. That first 9.
I did. So I heard the first 4, and I did get that. So I fuck with that so far.
Yeah. It's definitely a conscious, but still gutter vibe. The other 9 though, I'm not too keen on. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not really feeling that. The
Why
other
not?
9.
Why not?
It slowed down tremendously. And then I have my feelings on Baby King, being that the reference tracks came out with Kendrick, and like he wrote like majority of his songs.
Of
So it kind of like, yeah,
wait
and
wait
it's
wait wait
kind of,
wait 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 of Baby Keem album songs or his verses
yeah,
on. Oh,
no, his songs. Yeah. Reference tracks came out for that, like 8 Baby Keem songs. I would say like close to 10, like 10 maybe, and then like 2 J Rock verses.
so the Melodic Blue. I mean, okay, let's talk on that though. So you're saying the Baby Keem album that we heard, which was that won a Grammy, I should say. You reference tracks came out of Kendrick recording those verses.
Yeah,
See, I didn't know that. You putting me on, and you say J Rock had some references as well.
yeah, Money Trees and King's Dead.
Now, wait, you said Money Trees and King's Dead.
Yeah,
Like reference it. Well, either way, for me hearing that, I don't think I don't feel a way about that really. Like,
you want to know what it was? It was just a placement. I would have rather Kendrick not put Baby Keem on the album, be able all that coming out, and then hearing him have his own interlude, and then playing another song with him. It just was like, this is just Kendrick again. That was just my take on it. That was just my opinion. I wasn't really feeling it like
I
that.
feel that.
The song with him, and like I said, I'm just not too fond of the other 9. But the first 9 is cinema.
Not hearing any of it, but you telling me that about the references or whatever. I'm like, honestly, I don't. where I'm at right now, my age I'm at now, how I feel about music and the business, knowing what it is, I don't feel a way about Kendrick writing those songs for him because he signed a Kendrick label, so it's like, and of course he's his cousin, he's family,
Oh,
so he's.
of course, I get that, but it's
But
just
hold on. Let me. I don't feel a way about that because I'm like, all right, this nigga Kendrick is trying to start a business too. Know what I mean, him and Dave Free, they trying to push PJ Lang. They got, know what I mean, they got son Tana Leone, I believe his name is. He's dope. He was a nigga that was at all the Dodgers games with Kendrick. So he signed to that label too. So I'm like, if I got a new label that I'm trying to kick off the ground, people know me. I'm top 3 in the game. Some say number 1, whatever you put them as. I'm leaving this very big label, TDE. Shout out to them. Shout out to Punch. Shout out to Top. I need to kick my shit off right. And what better than me write the songs for my flagship artist? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get
I
that.
don't feel a problem about. I don't think there's a problem in that.
I get that, but I have a biasness towards Kendrick's album. I love Kendrick's albums. So when he kind of incorporated the whole that shit, if he would have did a song with Baby Keem, I would be fine with that. But the fact you gave him his own interlude and all this shit coming out about you, right? It just felt, you know what I'm saying? It was like, you know, as far as like his album, as the structure of his albums, majority of his albums, he don't even have features like that. You get what I'm saying? So it was just like, I don't know. I'm just a fan of Kendrick when he's rapping by himself.
With that though, I fuck with him more for that reason because I look at him doing good business now, like.
Oh yeah, of course, and they recently PG Lang had a sneaker collab. So I think it's gonna be more than just a label. Honestly, I think it's gonna be like a completely like a business.
It already is more than a label. They're doing music and they're doing like real life artistic creations. Like that Baby
Right.
Keem video for Family Ties wasn't a regular video, fan. Like
It wasn't, no.
they did a lot of new things visually that we haven't seen from when you know what I mean, when the ballerinas came on screen and Baby Keem walked into like the pastel colors that were on the right when it overlay like that. All of those shit, all of that is like new. Well, really not new, but it's stuff that hip hop doesn't really showcase. So I think with this PG Lang and why I don't really feel a way about him writing lyrics for it for any music that came out underneath the platform is because he's trying to create something that's kind of new. I mean, it's a record label, but it's also like an artistic. It's like an art. I don't want to say art gallery, but they're also pushing art just as much as the music. So with that, it's like, yo, why not my first? Even if it's new artists, is Baby Keem, is that nigga Tana. And sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. I just haven't heard it like said out loud, so I don't know what it's pronounced as. But if I gotta be the nigga to write the verses for the immediate songs that come out, that's just how I gotta be for the business to succeed.
Right.
I don't
No,
have
honestly,
I don't think I got a problem with that because I look at that as like, yo, we trying to. Cause imagine this. Now imagine if dumb niggas came out and they was dope. I think they dope, but what if they lyrics wasn't up to par and then PG Lang's first introduction was a flop?
it's just from an artistic standpoint. I just feel like let's say for instance, right? Let's say Drake gave Quentin Miller his own reference track on his album and then did a song with him, and it leads into a song that he has with Quentin Miller. It would just be kind of cringy.
Yeah, different situation though, cause he's not signed to Drake.
Oh no, of course not. But it's just
He's
that's
not
how I
doing
looked at it.
business with Drake.
That's how I looked at it. Like I get it. It is wonderful business. But as just being a fan of Kendrick's music and to find that shit out, it just kind of was like spoiled milk for me a little bit.
I mean,
And then the rest, and then on top of the rest of the other nine not really hitting for me, kind of made it worse.
I feel you on that. But that also leads us into because I think with that feeling that you have, it comes from your understanding and what made you love hip hop and rap culture and hip hop culture, which goes into what Kendrick was talking about before the album drop. He dropped, you know what I mean, the Heart Part 5 with a video, and that was a huge theme for that song. I mean, the culture. What is culture? It sparked many fucking think pieces and tweets and motherfuckers talking about the word culture and how we say it, what we mean when we say it, and what it actually represents. You know what I mean? Like,
Now for real though.
because I
And
mean,
I
word.
shout out to your hello Yasin. He's on YouTube. He had put a video up about it, and he was breaking down the whole situation. He had a theory that the songs that K Dot was writing for Baby Keem were songs that, all right, being that Kendrick he's become more of a political rapper now at this point. No,
I look at him as the Dave Chappelle of rap. I don't think he's political. I think he talks on political topics.
right. And if he was to put something else out that wasn't that, because that's what we expect from him, we expect for him to drop gems. If he was just putting out just music like Baby Keem songs, we probably wouldn't like it. So, but this is just his theory. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he's doing what he's doing for Baby Keem, which is understandable. Like I get it. I get it. I just feel like you need to leave that out your album. He put that shit on. Like if K Dot had I don't know, it's weird. If K Dot had an interlude on his shit, then did a song with him on Baby Keem's album, I would jack that more because that's the
So we expect
image. Yeah, right, exactly. From a Baby Keem project because we know that's your big cousin. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's weird.
It makes sense, but it's fucked up. But like, this is where my switch has gone recently with why I really don't fuck with like rap music and just music in general. I don't really listen to music that much more like nowadays. Well, rap music, you know what I'm saying? Like new music that come out, I don't really listen to that shit. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older. I take it to like going with that. I don't see that what you just explained. I look at that as like, yo, this is just a business move that I had to make for me to continue to do what I do and put on family, i.e. Baby Keem, and create this label with other artists. It's like maybe 5 years ago, a year ago, you know what I mean, 10 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, I would have been like, yo, nah, I think he gotta stay true to the music and stay true to putting it out. Now, how I feel about it, I look at music as a business now, fam. Like, I look at that shit as like, yeah, all that shit is cool. Like, yeah, I should have did that. It would have probably came across better, but at the end of the day, we looking at like Kendrick been gone since 2017. Maybe let's just say he wanted to come back in 2019, end of 2019, 2020, and then the pandemic hit. That pushed him back another 2 years. So now I got this cousin, alright. He want to do music. He kind of dope, but he ain't got no image. He don't really have anything. Let me write some of this nigga earliest songs and sign him to my new label. That's great business. Right. Like,
it is.
Because not only is he setting his family up, i.e. directly through Keem, he's setting up like a whole business structure for the next few years. That's his. You know what I mean? Like, I can respect that. I fuck with that. Like, I really fuck with that. You know what I mean? For real, for real. So, I mean, but we could get I don't think people really care about that on another tangent, but we could get into like, you know what I mean, like the cool shit about like this drop. So I don't know if he decided to do this, but he did drop on Friday the 13th. You know what I mean? The Boogeyman came out
right
and dropped on Friday the 13th. That's kind of ill. And I mean, I seen some tweets, I seen some shit on Instagram. Last time Kendrick dropped, this is kind of sad though. I didn't even want to introduce it so happy. It's kind of sad. It's a sad meme, but it's a picture and it's some words at the top. It says, "Last time Kendrick dropped, these guys were still alive." And they got a picture of Pop Smoke, Chadwick Boseman, Kobe Bryant, XXX Tentacion, Mac Miller, King Von, Stan Lee. I said Sam Smith. Stan Lee, Juice WRLD, Nipsey, and then they got some funny shit on here. They got Ruth Bader Ginsburg and fucking Jeffrey Epstein.
Wow.
All these niggas were alive the last time Kendrick dropped the album. And even more so, that makes it even more crazy. They got Pop Smoke on here and Juice WRLD and XXX Tentacion for that matter. And King Von. Mad at these niggas. They came on the scene after that. Like, after this nigga Kendrick dropped that album. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of crazy. To think niggas came, got and I don't even want to say it like this, but this is just what happened. Like, to think that there were some artists that blew up, got popular, made a lot of money, put a lot of niggas on, made a lot of money for a lot of people, and put a lot of people in position to make money. They got on, seen success, and then died. All while this nigga ain't drop an album. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think also he took. I think also he took a little break because of, imagine you doing an album for a movie, and the star dies.
Star died, yeah, and he's one of the people that was on this list. Yeah,
Pretty sure that kind of fucked him up a little bit.
that would have fucked me up.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting into
You did an album for this whole, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, you're right. And
Black Panther, he's the first. He's not the first, but
speak on that though. Speak on that though. Like, that's a really good point that you bring up. Like, imagine, because you got to think Chadwick Boseman was involved heavily with that film, I believe. From you would probably know more than me. Maybe he wasn't, but it seems as if he was. But in the media, he was the face of the movie, right?
and I also feel like he was actually battling cancer while he's shooting Black Panther, and
Oh no, of course they mentioned. I don't have
and
the.
I think the cast knew that he had it because there's a video. I think it's on Sway in the Morning. I think it was Sway. Him and a few other cast members were up there talking to fans, and he was telling a story how he met a kid with cancer, and he was like started crying crazy, and everybody else started crying. So I was like, and this is before he passed, but watching it now, it's like, oh shit, I think they knew
Oh, it was
that he wasn't gonna.
foreshadowing. And it
Yeah, I don't think
probably
he.
it was probably like NDAs involved. Who knows what it might have been? But what I was
Right.
getting to was I kind of forgot, but getting into the Kendrick just because we still on Kendrick on music. That video for the Heart, because we're on the Heart right now, the Heart Part 5. That video was actually the creators of South Park were actually behind like the deep fakes in that video. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh, nice,
the people that created South Park, they were behind like all
nice,
of the
legends,
word, like for real.
legends,
They
legends.
had a I'm gonna read this. It says the Heart Part 5. Some fans noticed that Kendrick thanks South Park creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone in the credits. He also thanked Deep Voodoo, a deep fake studio that Parker and Stone created in 2020. You know what I'm saying? So dumb niggas was integral. Well, I don't want to say they were integral in the creation of deepfake because I don't know that. I'll be capping and be lying if I said that. But they were the first early in creating a studio dedicated to just deepfakes. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
Kendrick hired them for the video. I thought that was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, that's epic.
Just about like getting. But earlier we mentioned the culture and like what is the culture type shit. And that is something that Kendrick, I feel like you said, he's kind of like a political artist. He kind of speaks on shit that is going on politically, but also it takes you into a deeper space of thought. You know what I mean? It's like puts you in a space that allows you to think. So it begged me to ask the question of like what culture really is. Like, how do we what is culture? Like, when we say culture, like what do we mean? Because it's like we use that term loosely for man shit. Like, yo, that's the culture. Or nah, he part of the culture. Or oh yeah, nah, that shit is that's you know what I mean, that's just the culture. We use that shit interchangeably for a lot of shit. So I felt like Kendrick as an artist, like you say, he's a political artist, but with the Heart specifically that he dropped prior to the Heart 5, prior to the album release, I think that's kind of what he does when those shits drop. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
He gets into that bag.
Yeah.
And I seen a couple of just some shit I seen online or just on Twitter, just a couple other people's ideas that I saw and I wanted to share because I thought it had some value to it. But there's a book called My Grandmother's Hands by Resma Minakem. I hope I said your name right, but really what the book is about is kind of what I think Kendrick speaks about in this song pertaining to the culture. Because he got lyrics in there speaking about like how like gang banging is is we look at it, we hold it to this standard or we hold it to this, but at the end of the day, it's something that might have been created that wasn't for us, that we push, that is set to look at, that is set to kind of pursue our demise. You know what I mean? Like, so this book,
Right.
My Grandmother's Hand. So basically, there's some quotes in this book that I think Kendrick touched on perfectly in this album. Well, the few songs that I heard, but specifically the heart verse and that video. So there's some quotes in there. Starts, it says, trauma in a person decontextualized over time looks like personality. Trauma in a person Trauma in family decontextualized over time looks like family traits. Trauma in people decontextualized over time looks like culture. So I'm like, yo, that shit is deep because it's
Yeah.
when you think about like black people in America, if you from America and you black, quote unquote, because you got to think, we all came here from different countries. We migrated. Our parents, our family did. Like me, I could speak personally. Like my family migrated from the Caribbean. My dad is Trinidadian and my mom is from Honduras. So they both migrated here with their own culture. Like my mom speaks Spanish. Like her first language is Spanish. She black like me, my nigga, but you know what I mean? Like her
Yeah.
first language is Spanish. So that's her culture. Like that should go back years. My dad, same thing. They speak English, but it's English that was brought to their country based off of whoever got dropped there. Blah 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 blah. But I'm like, American culture now is mad. Is young in terms of how long America has been around. And then you go
Right.
even deeper, black culture is even younger, my nigga. Like if you think about black culture, you just think hip hop. Like that's our culture, fam. Like black culture is hip hop. And when you think hip hop, it's mad fucked up shit attached to it. Like
Yeah.
fucking mad fucked up shit. We ain't even gotta get into it because we're gonna get into it later in the pod. But like, so I think that's like a great thing that where I think Kendrick is kind of like one of them artists that try to push that. Like black American culture is so young. And when you think about it, it's tied to just hip hop, literally. So
I have my own shit. We can go on all day about that because, bro, I got so many just theories on just the word black alone. Like,
man,
calling us black is I don't
it's
like that word. I'm
I
gonna
don't,
just say that.
bro. I mean, word. We gonna have a conspiracy pod, but it's like,
Yeah, I don't even like that word. I feel like we all golden, but
hey, man, we gonna talk, my brother. But to put a button
yeah,
on it in Black America, and I don't like that shit either. It's a turn. Fuck it. We bond over trauma. You know what I'm saying? Like in America, as black people, when you talk about some shit that makes you connected to another black person, it's fucking trauma, bro. That ain't culture. It's like, yo, you connect on like, yo, know what I mean? Like the police did some shit to me and you connect over that shit. Or yo, I tried to get this job too and they was bullshit and you connect over that shit. Or I was in school and I was the only black nigga in the class. Bro, it's trauma. It's like some shit
hmm
that ain't really like, it ain't no good shit. But
nope.
I don't want to really get too deep, you know what I'm saying? But I think that's the type of nigga that Kendrick is, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Make sure y'all go listen to that Kendrick album, please. Because it's more than music, it's more than art. It's like it means a lot. I think Kendrick putting music out, like you said, like we said, he don't put music out that often. We didn't name like what went down since he put out his last project. And I think that shit is not by
It's a
mistake.
different world,
It's
honestly.
a way different world. And I don't think that shit is by mistake, man. Like it ain't. It can't.
Yeah,
It's not by mistake, and
I feel
it
like I
can't
feel
be
like
by
all
mistake.
great rappers should take off like 2-3 years every album.
I think that's what artists used to do when we was coming up.
Yeah, I think Hove was every year, but
But even when it was every year, it was like he went away. We didn't know what he was doing.
he
We
was
we
yeah,
didn't
right,
even
right, right,
we didn't even know
right,
he
and then
had
he
an
comes back,
album coming
right.
out. Now, but it's like nowadays with music, nigga, you
He
kind
started
of
doing that as of recently. I would say around like Blueprint 3. Not even shit before that. I would say I
recently,
would
nigga.
say
You said recently, like that Blueprint 3 came out in
yeah,
like
no, no,
'08.
no, no. I'm bugging. But I'm saying it started as is his career, like from the whole then to the whole now, because all that from Kingdom Come. When he left Rockefeller, he was leading up to this
I mean,
Jay-Z. So.
you're right. I mean, but that's like at that point he got into more business, and
Yeah, he got into more business, right?
That's another part on like when I mean how I say I'm on my campaign of like this rap shit ain't worth it, nigga. Like everybody get into rap to not rap to get bread, but that's another thing. But this going on. I mean, I got some funny shit. Just put a button on the Kendrick shit. Somebody I was watching the video and I seen a comment. A nigga said, when Kendrick said take the drums out, when you the comment says, when you understand that the drums are the heartbeat that gives you life to any song, you'll understand why Kendrick removed the drums on that last verse. Then rapped as Kobe and Nipsey's spirit. Niggas on Instagram on online, they just be deep with mad shit, bro. Like that's a cool ass take, but it's like I don't even think Kendrick thought that deep, bro. Like you niggas need to relax.
Word.
Moving on, man. Moving on. Like we could stay on music, you know what I mean? Like I don't know how much music shit y'all want to really get into about like new music that dropped. I haven't heard any new music that dropped. I'm gonna just go with that. And you know what? No, I'm lying. Because from the last time we potted, there has been music that dropped that I did listen to that we didn't get to talk about last time. So that motherfucking Future album, nigga, I Never Liked You. We spoke on it briefly last pod, but that was before we got to actually listen. I kind of fuck with that Future album, bro. I fuck with that shit.
I fuck with the shit too. I fuck with all Future albums.
Cause he know I get it, business system is besides me. Cause he know I get it.
He don't really have no, because of his style and what he brings to the game. He doesn't really have a bad album. Nah, because it's Future. Nah, you understand what I'm saying? Like it's just all about when you play it, and like I feel like at this point he doesn't even need to put out albums anymore. He just needs to just put out music because his music stays the same, right? And it's all good. He's one of the few rappers that never changed.
It's a vibe. He puts out vibe music.
He still talks about, the same shit he's been talking about since DS1. You know what I'm saying?
His karate chop, nigga.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like at this point he's such of a shit, fuck it. He's such an amazing artist. He doesn't even need to put out albums anymore. The fucker just needs to just put out music. Just put out like
I feel you on that, but I hate that right there too, bro, because that's the time we in. Like niggas is you niggas is
I don't want to say don't put out. It's just like at this point that nigga could put out a 58 track album and that shit gonna rock, bro.
What I think what you're saying and what I hear from when people say that, because I haven't heard you say that only. I heard people say that about mad people, like, yo, they should just drop singles. That alone is terrible, bro, because it's like music has come to a place where an album, even if it's good or not, it don't even matter because it got so much music.
I think it's something bigger than the album. That's what I said. I said I think he should just put out a compilation of like 58 songs. And them shit's all gonna bump. Like that's how much of an his music is the same. And it all bumps.
So you think he should just put a playlist out?
Yeah. He should just start putting playlists out.
He is one of them artists, because I mean, I got a couple Future playlists that is while I got multiple Future playlists that are for different things. Like I got my
That just sounds like one album. That just sounds like one whole album.
Nah. I'm gonna tell you. I got a Future playlist for like moody shit where he on his emotional shit. Nigga on this recent album on the shit with Drake, and Drake repeated it. He said, yo, after I smash, and this I'm paraphrasing, I don't know the actual quote. After I smash, she let me cry on her shoulder. See, I got a playlist for that type of Future, and then I got the March Madness type of Future playlist. We fuck up some commas, and I mean that type of shit. But Future is one of them niggas, man. Like he's just one of them niggas. I fuck with that. Also staying in music. I mean, Bad Bunny dropped a fire ass album. Don't know what he's saying on any of them songs, but the shit bop. And when you got little vices with you, I mean, whether it's women, liquor, or weed, all of the above works when this music is on.
Word, Bad Bunny.
He dropped the album. It's called Un Verano Sin Ti. Un verano sin ti. I don't even know what that means, but shit, nigga. You go look at it, and you go to Apple, and the first 7 songs have the stars next to them, as if it's a single.
Oh shit.
I mean, staying on music just to get off of it. Jack Harlow dropped. Shout out to Jack Harlow. If y'all heard that album, you heard it. I ain't hear the whole thing. That's that. LMA dropped. Fuck with LMA. I ain't heard that shit either. So a lot of music dropped.
LMA drop, right?
Yeah, she dropped Heart on My Sleeve. I ain't heard it. I heard the single and about it. R&B, I heard Kenyon Dixon album though. I fuck with the R&B shit, so I listen to that nigga shit. That shit is cool. If y'all know Kenyon Dixon, y'all know what to expect from him. So, but getting off of music, cause I wanna unless y'all got something else, you know what I'm saying, with music. Cause I mean they got some more shit, but I wanted to just kind of to progress the convo for music.
Yeah.
I think they got that nigga Drugs, bro. That nigga Drugs I ain't heard a word from that nigga. They definitely got that nigga.
Yeah, they got him.
They got that nigga. But I mean, we could with the just give an update from last pod. We talked about that Chappelle situation, the fourth stooge, that the dumbass dickhead nigga that did that shit. They didn't charge him with any like he hasn't been charged with any crimes as of now. They didn't charge him with a felony, which is kind of crazy. Everybody's seen Chappelle get assaulted, but he wasn't charged with his felony because felony assaults. I looked this up in California, in LA specifically. Assault has to be with a weapon. You know what I mean? So because the weapon that he had, this fucking Three Stooges gun attached with a butter knife, because it wasn't brandished, it was because it was in his, I mean, it was concealed, he got charged with a misdemeanor. Oh, well, he could get charged with a misdemeanor, which is kind of crazy. It's like, yo, my nigga, so if I pull up on you with a hammer, knock you out, and I don't pull a hammer out, I'm not going to have a felony? Like, that's kind of cool, but whatever. That happened, and it's kind of fucked up. Oh, this is something I wanted to talk about. So I mentioned, I mean, I'm in this reseller market. I know you said you fuck with it too. You're a buyer and shit. Nike versus StockX. I don't know if you saw or if anybody saw. Nike they're currently in a lawsuit against StockX because so Brendan, I don't know if y'all fuck with Brendan Dunn from the full size run show on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I watch Full Size. That's a full size. I fuck with it.
Word, Trinidad James. Shout out to that nigga. Shout out Trinidad.
Yeah.
I've been following him for these updates. So basically, he tweeted, Nike lawyers say that they obtained fake pairs of Air Jordans on StockX, slamming the platform's authenticity guarantee in their lawsuit. So basically, somebody sold, and I'm looking at the picture here. I'm gonna post it. We could post this on the YouTube and put it on the YouTube. But they posted a picture of it's like the kicks, and it's some ones, and they clearly look mad fake, bro. Like they look mad fake. Like ones don't look like this.
That's why I never bought off StockX.
This shit is patent leather, bro. Like it don't look like no ones, bro. So anyway, the lawsuit is Nike's. So this is a lawsuit that Nike brought against StockX. You know what I mean? Because they claiming shit is authentic, and they using their brand Nike, and they selling fake shit, and people are buying it, and it's like, yo, this shit fake. So Nike's continuing investigation into StockX conduct has revealed that StockX has been and is currently dealing in counterfeit Nike goods. This is from the fucking paperwork that came out from the lawsuit. So this is actually facts. This is paperwork that came out of the public. Notwithstanding StockX repeated guarantees that every item sold through platform is a 100% verified authentic, since 2021, Nike has obtained from StockX 4 pairs Nike branded shoes that are not fucking real. So basically,
wow,
Nike has found 4 pairs, not just the one retro ones, niggas found 3 more shoes that have been fake that they can prove that they got this lawsuit. It's like, yo, y'all niggas is selling fake shit with our name and trying to get, you know what I mean? So for me, as a nigga that's been reselling and shit, I don't use StockX at all now because you gotta have dead stock shit to sell on there. So the fact that they selling fake dead stock shit is even more crazy.
That's why I only fuck with I don't even want to put my shit out. That's why I fuck with who I fuck with, because I can actually see the fucking sneaker.
Nah, facts. Cause I mean, I sold mad shit on Grail before, and I know my shit real because I copped it retail way back when. But the authentic, the what is it? It's like they got a system where you gotta authorize your shoes. You know what I mean? You gotta post. They put you through a little you got to go through some steps to make sure your shit is ready to be.
Official tissue, right?
Yeah, you got to put your shit in through a whole process to make sure it's ready to be authenticated. Then, according to them, they have their own team that authenticates it. But like I said, my shit, I know my shit real, so it gets authenticated. But the fact that the way that the process works, I'm like, yo, I'm pretty sure a nigga could fake this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could fake this somehow. But I mean, it's interesting that that's an actual lawsuit that came out. So I wanted to make sure I brought that up just cause I'm in that world now and shit. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy that you could have a whole site, cause you gotta think StockX was birthed from their authenticity guarantee. Like, yo, this is an online platform. Cause you gotta think before this, StockX, for those that don't know, is like a online marketplace that allows you to buy and resell sneakers that are retro, that are new, but it allows you to see what the market is. So it shows you what people sold it for recently and what you can possibly get for it if you want to sell it. So for something like that, they're like the industry standard at the moment. So for something like that to be in a lawsuit about fake shit, it is. I'm gonna keep following what happens with that.
Yeah.
I want to definitely keep following that. But at this moment, I want to make sure I let y'all niggas know you can find us on all streaming platforms for podcasts. Cracking the 80s pod. You can find us on YouTube. Cracking the 80s podcast. Cracking the 80s. You know what I mean? Like, make sure you like, subscribe, all of that. I did want to mention, now that I mentioned YouTube, I forgot to mention this on a previous pod. shout out to that nigga Diddy, and shout out to Bad Boy for clearing the Mace record on that YouTube that we put up. Cause I mean, I know if y'all in this world, y'all know about YouTube and putting up content that's copyrighted music and shit. They don't allow you to put that shit on there unless they license it to you and they clear it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Diddy, and it's unfortunate I gotta say shout out to Diddy and Bad Boy because it's fucking Mace song. But that episode when this nigga Drugs came back, you know, he was on the run for the situation that he was into. I put that, know what I mean, we played that Mace Welcome Back record, and at first it had got banned, it got taken down, but after, know what I mean, we spoke to some people, they cleared it up. Shout out to
We had to
Diddy.
holler at a few folks. Yeah, we had to holler at a few people. You know what I'm saying?
Word, Diddy,
Cases and shit. You know what I'm saying? Meetups and all that.
Word, niggas had to Diddy cleared it for niggas. You know what I mean? So
Shout out to Bad Boy.
Shit is still up there.
Can't stop, won't stop. You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, it sucks though, cause I should be thanking Mace, cause it's his song, but we all know how that, and that just gets me into like just music in general. But that's why I can't fuck with the music business. Not music. I gotta stop saying music. I can't blame music. I gotta blame the music business. Like, shit is just kind of corny how that shit worked, man, and like how the people that I don't even want to get into it, man. But I've been following this story for a while, and I just want to make sure I report on it on our platform, because the people probably just as much as I've been following it, they've been following it as well. NBA YoungBoy, man, that nigga is still going at it with his label, man. NBA YoungBoy is now beefing with YouTubers because he feels that they're getting paid off of reposting his music and reacting to his music on their YouTubes, and he's not seeing no
Oh
money from
wow. It's part of the game, nigga. Tough break, nigga.
it. Tough break, nigga. That goes into why, like, I mean, that's during that same week. He said Atlantic Records is going to try to sue him when the contract is up, just because he kind of is outspoken about how he don't appreciate the contract he's in. And I mean, honestly, I don't give a fuck about it, man. The rap game is ugly. I don't care. Niggas don't care that's in it. NBA YoungBoy told YouTubers to get a real job because they using his videos to get money, and he not getting no money from it. So I could understand that shit, nigga. Tough break, nigga.
Right. Niggas can't react to your shit. Don't put it out there, nigga.
Don't put it out, nigga. But hey, he has to. He's under contract, nigga.
Right.
But anyways, moving on. Music. So we still on music, man. Music has been from the last 2 weeks. The last week since we dropped the pod, a lot of music shit has gone down. So that's why we still on this shit. But I gotta send some RIPs out, man. Apple discontinued. Apple discontinued the last iPod, man.
Wow.
Apple announced the discontinuation of the iPod Touch today. Well, not today.
iPod Touch prices just went
Oh,
up.
nah, facts. I mean, we talk about this reselling shit. Don't let me come across one of them shits when I be out where I be at. But word, marking an end of an era that started in 2001, bro. Like that's a long time. They launched their first. They launched their first generation iPod in 2001. Man, I was 11, bro.
Crazy. I was probably around. Wait, you said what?
It was 2001. That was the year when a 9/11 happened. I mean, as a New York nigga, we know that.
Yeah, I was 11. Yeah, I was in 3rd grade. Yeah, holy shit.
Word, 9/11. So I mean, shout out to Apple.
Nah, shit, I was 9. I'm bugging.
Well, I'm about to say word 9. Well, you had to because
I forgot you was older than me, nigga.
Word. God, I said I was what in 2011. I don't remember. That's cap. All that's cap. I ain't that old. But I mean, Apple. Shout out to Apple. You know what I'm saying? Like they're an integral part in society and quote unquote culture nowadays. But we could get it. Let's get over from music because we could stay on music forever. There's a lot of more music that drop.
You want to get into Doctor Strange?
Let's get into Doctor Strange, man. Hey, we finna spoil the fuck out of this movie, so if you haven't seen it, just fast forward at this point right now.
I thought it was.
So did you see it? Did you see it?
Yes, I saw it.
I saw it as well. I saw it on release day. What react? What do you think? What well, okay, let me give my opinion first. I think, and I'm coming from, and you'll know better than me because you're more in this world than I am. So I went to see it with my girl. You know what I mean? So let me get to the whole experience, right? Went to see it with my girl. My girl is not a comic book fan. She's not really into it, but she's just getting into it now because I am, and she really wants to like get the origins of it. So we actually have been rewatching all of the Marvel movies. Shout out to Disney Plus. Shout out to my nigga Kells for the plug. Not R. Kelly, you nasty nigga. My nigga Kells from NY. My Dominican nigga. Shout out to that nigga for the plug. But we've been watching it not in order as they came out, but in order as they're supposed to be watched. Right. So this is my first time doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she asked, she's like, hey, like, cause before we seen Doctor Strange, she's like, yo, I'm not really into this world. Like, I know about him just by like how the culture moves and like, you know what I mean, pop culture, but I'm not familiar with the comic books or the movie. So, you know what I mean? You want to watch these just from the beginning? I was like, oh, word, say less. I've never seen it from I mean, but let's do it. So we've been doing that. So let's get into Doctor Strange. Yeah, I mean, Doctor Strange came out, the most recent release from Marvel. And what do you think, my brother?
I thought you were gonna go first.
Oh yeah, my bad. You're right. I did say I was gonna go first. Clean all this shit up. So with me explaining all of that, I was going into it with somebody that isn't a fan. So I wasn't explaining the movie as it went by, but I was there with someone that I got excited for shit, and maybe they didn't really quite understand what was going on. You know what I mean? She did reach over and be like, "Yo, who's that? What does that mean?" Which is cool, but that's how I indulged in fucking Doctor Strange. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot going on. I do think I want to see it again just to kind of catch up on what went down that I might have missed or I might have not understood. But I love the cameos. I love what they were doing. I think it's kind of rushed, and I think it kind of is gonna ruin the Marvel universe because of this multiverse shit. But I enjoyed the movie. I thought the post scene credits were kind of fucking. It was a waste of niggas' time, but that's what it is. But what you think, bro?
Like I said before the movie came out, okay, I like the Marvel movies because shit happened. They had the Illuminati in the movie. It's great shit, right? But when you break down the plot and what happened and how this is not even a Doctor Strange movie, it's just like, really? From my standpoint. But I thought it was cool. I thought it was, and that's, I mean, Sam Raimi had his moments. I don't know if you're familiar with Sam Raimi, the director, but he did Evil Dead and he did the OG Spider-Man movies. So, and they kind of, did little Easter eggs. The fact that the two books they had to destroy, well, not destroy it, at the Darkhold, and I forgot the name of the other book. But in the Evil Dead, there's a book that Bruce Campbell character, kind of has beef with,
Yeah.
if that makes any sense. But other than that, it was a real Disney. It was real Disney. The fact that, and it was a kind of SJW-ish. I found it weird that first off they introduced Reed Richards as the smartest man in the universe, and he fucking blatantly tells Wanda Black Bolt's abilities. That was like the most stupidest shit. It's like, why would he tell her that?
Like off the rip too. Their first convo, he told her this shit.
He told her this shit. Yeah, she was like, "What mouth?" And she blew his fucking. He tried to. Why would he say something? Why would he? Black Bolt is a genius. If he realized his mouth is he has no mouth, that nigga would stay quiet. Facts.
This
Facts.
is
He would stay
why
quiet.
I think this is where Marvel gets, as a comic book fan that knows this. I feel that, and I'm like, yo, why they do that? But as a casual fan that's just watching, not
Right.
even a Marvel fan, that shit is just a good scene on a movie.
Right. Exactly. There was a lot of cheesy quotes when the kicking of the ass or some shit like that. He told her, the Zombie Strange told her at the end. But that's Sam Raimi film. Sam Raimi gets cheesy sometimes, but kind of felt there was a real Disney-esque movie.
Yeah.
Besides all
Yeah, and I was gonna say Marvel in general, they're kind of cheesy, which is why I kind of appreciate them, because that's where they win. You know what I mean?
right.
Word, so
Right.
I can't.
I give it a 6 out of 10.
A sixth is failing for you. Word.
Yeah, I mean it didn't do nothing for Doctor Strange really. I thought I could have sworn that nigga was a Sorcerer Supreme at the end of the first one, but whatever. It's as if they didn't watch the first movie. They just going off Infinity War.
I'm not gonna lie.
I think they did that because the original director Scott Derrickson, he did the damn, what was the name of these films he did? Sinister. I don't know if you've ever seen those horror movies before, the Sinister films.
I remember, but I don't think I've seen them.
He was trying to make Doctor Strange 2 a horror film. Like a complete horror film. And, they had creative differences. He had creative differences with Marvel when he left and then they hired Sam Raimi. So I think Sam Raimi just took the Disney check and did whatever the fuck he was told to do. He was in that. Yeah, he hasn't. When's the last time Sam Raimi directed a film? It's been a little minute, so he probably just took the easy money. The name, people went to go see that movie because of the name, Sam Raimi. Oh shit. Mind you, they coming off the high of No Way Home. When we just seen Tobey Maguire. You understand what I'm saying? It was a smart business move. It was business. It's great business.
It's just business.
It's just business, But movie got a lot of flows with it, especially fucking America Chavez's backstory. I mean, it was on point until she got stung by a bee and how I don't know what the fuck, and then she was in front of a store called Memory Lane, and that's how it was like, what the fuck, really? But then you got scenes like them traveling through the multiverse, and you got scenes like the fight with Zombie Strange and Wanda, and you got shit like the Illuminati. Even though they were a waste, and I really didn't appreciate the fact that she killed all the dudes, and then she had a fight with the females, and you kill Captain Marvel with a statue. That's kind of crazy.
Man, this is my beef with the music business now. Everything in Hollywood and music business can be considered Hollywood now. Like, it's all about wherever the political standpoint of the world is at the moment. So I feel like I feel the same way. I think the Illuminati, they killed them niggas off way too fast, and it was pointless bringing them into that movie. Like,
And
because
they did all that. Let me tell you why they did that. They did all that to get us known with the Illuminati, right? And then they're gonna have their own version of the Illuminati in the 616, because that was also established that the universe that we're watching the MCU in is the 616, which is in the comic books the main universe. If you didn't know, the Illuminati is from universe 8. Was it 383 or 838 or something like that? But which was bullshit, because a few years ago in a comic, it came out that the MCU was universe 19999. So you kind of retcon your own shit. It was just like, what the fuck? Oh, in other news, the other day on Twitter, this I don't want to call them a news page. I don't think they're trustworthy at all. But the Rap um put out an article that was written by Umberto Gonzalez, who is a head of Heroic Hollywood, he eats dog shit for lunch. He put out an article talking about how bots were the reason that Zack Snyder won the chair moment and the Army of the Dead won. And he had Twitter riled up. People were sitting there talking shit like they usually do about Snyder and the Snyder fandom. And a few days later, the Academy themselves came out and debunked that shit. Well, today they debunked that shit. So, it's just, I can't wait for fucking May 18th when Zaslav does his fucking, presentation and restore the Snyderverse, and all you fucking hating ass motherfuckers could just shut the fuck up and, just deal with it. That real shit is back. You know what I'm saying? You get your fun, you get your laughs and your jokes with Marvel, and you get that real shit with Zack Snyder's DC films. So that's really it, man. It's just, this shit is just crazy. These motherfuckers. And then in the article, first off, you had to pay for like, so to finish reading the article, he actually put a paywall in front of it. So you actually had to fucking pay. Somebody bought it and it found out that the nigga was just speculating. These were all just speculations that we bought bots and voted for Zack Snyder's Justice League to win. Mind you, a few months ago, around the time the Oscars was airing, the Rap, the same fucking company, put out an article saying how the Academy is going to sort through bots and make sure nobody's spamming and this and that for the award. So it's just like, yo, it's the hate, bro, is crazy. The hate for Zach and the fandom is crazy. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
it's wild because I be on Reddit on like certain certain subreddits, film subreddits and shit. And I do see Zach get mad, like hate. Like I see, like I'm not really into the world like that much, but the hate that I see and the quality of content that I see him put out, I'm like, yo, damn, why they? It seemed like it's kind of like how politics are and just how
It's
certain.
hate because Mikey Sutton came out and said this. Shout out to Mikey Sutton and Sil. But he came out and said this around 2015. Disney, I don't want to say, allegedly, there was higher powers putting money in journalists' pockets to bash Zack Snyder.
Oh,
And
so
yeah, there is.
Zach is like Nicki Minaj, what she said on that Seeing Green verse. He
Nah,
was
he's
like,
worse. He's worse than Nicki. His situation is, people actually clowned that his daughter committed suicide. They still do.
oh,
Like, the hate that he gets is ridiculous, bro. It's scary that people feel this way about somebody. And you know why I understand why they hate him, because he makes better films than the MCU, and they don't like that shit. I was talking to a friend, right, and I was saying, when you watch Man of Steel, he's throwing shots at Avengers throughout that whole movie. This is just me speculating, but it kind of lines up the blue big beam in the sky, the fact that he didn't need a team to take down a powerful ass threat in the middle of the city a year after the Avengers came out. I don't think Kevin was a fan of that situation. And then you find out that, BS was supposed to be shot in the wintertime. It was supposed to be snowy. And the movie that, first off, before I even say that, the Russo brothers came out and said that they decided to do Civil War because of the announcement of BVS, right? Now, mind you, BVS is supposed to take place during the wintertime. It's supposed to be snowing majority of the film. And at the end of Civil War, mind you, he didn't even get to do that because they butchered the fucking Warner Brothers butchered BVS.
Let them
He
know
didn't
what
even get to do that.
Let them know what
Batman v
BBS
Superman.
is.
Batman v Superman. He was the final fight scene was actually supposed to be Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman fighting Doomsday in the middle of the city, like it is in the cartoon. No, right? But Warner Brothers told him that he had to do it in a secluded area.
Doomsday was trash in Batman vs Superman, man. I ain't like how they had
because you didn't get to see the full version of what he had to compromise. Even that final fight scene is short because he had to compromise. We have yet to get Man of Steel level action since Man of Steel in his movies. Even Zack Snyder's Justice League. I'm gonna show y'all niggas a clip of the stunt team for Justice League. The original fights we were supposed to get was that of Man of Steel. Warner Brothers.
And why do you think what's the speculation as why they doing this to Zack?
Like, because shareholders, bro. At the time, Marvel is the end all be all. You have a guy come through and make a Superman movie that is arguably one of the greatest things to hit cinema. One film.
A film that I've yet to see. I'm mad I ain't see it yet. I gotta watch that.
Bro, it's amazing.
I gotta. You know what? I'm baby. I know you're not listening because you don't listen to the pod, but I'm gonna watch that shit with my girl this weekend, man. Fuck that,
bro. So yeah, like it's cinema, man, and the shareholders I felt like who were investing in these films were kind of like, we can't let this nigga do what he wants to do because it's gonna stop the $1 billion money train that we're working on for Disney. He's gonna stop it. If we would have got Zack Snyder's Justice League in 2017, we were supposed to get the Flash running back in time to save the league in 2017, bro. Before Infinity War. Remember that.
Before Kendrick dropped his last album, nigga.
Before Kendrick dropped his last album, right?
Word.
We were supposed to get that in 2017. So can you imagine? Can you imagine what would be the look at the outlook on Marvel films after we just seen Flash go back in time and save the league? And y'all niggas went back in time in Endgame and tried to make fun of Back to the Future and other time films, saying that if you go back in time, you create a new timeline. You don't change the timeline that you're already in. It was some bullshit.
Yeah, nah, it was.
But I honestly feel like it was a shareholders type of thing. It was a higher power. That's why That's why DC wanted to go for more of the Marvel route.
It was out of his control.
It was out of his control. It definitely was out of his control.
He couldn't. I mean, that's as I get older and I kind of see what these industries are and how America and Hollywood and just entertainment in general works. It is a lot of that. Like, you got motherfuckers that want to do what they want to do because they talented and they got the vision, and then they got like the people with the suits and the people with the money that control what is actually put out there.
Yeah.
And there's always a constant battle between what you want to put out and what they want you to put out.
Yep. So like Ray Fisher came out and said that Zack shot 2 films when he shot the Justice League movie. He shot the film that the studio wanted him to make with the quippy jokes, and he shot his version that we got to see on HBO Max. But then again, he did that for y'all, and y'all still went and hired Josh Whedon and had him redo the whole movie. They ain't shit, bro. That's why I'm glad Zazoff, he actually just fired, and he canceled, what's canceled? The new Ava DuVernay show on CW. Got canceled after 1 season.
Ava DuVernay?
So, yeah, he canceled her DC show. So
what does she have?
she had a show called hold on, I'm about to go to it right now. I forgot the name of the show.
It was a superhero show.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even know Ava DuVernay had a superhero show. I know she
Yeah,
got
yeah.
like I know Ava DuVernay from like social justice shit. She did the 13th documentary, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, she was supposed to do a New Gods film. New Gods is the Dark Side family and shit, multiverse shit, but they
Shout
kicked
out to
off
Ava
that.
DuVernay though. She did When They See Us, great Netflix short series.
Yeah, I think she's good at real life drama
Yeah,
films.
she's good at
Keep her out of the
um
comic book world.
she did what it's called? Is it Naomi? No, that's some shit she got coming out this year. Forgive me. What I don't see anything that she did on here. I
What's
don't
the name of
know.
that? What's the show you just said?
Naomi.
I think that's the show. Hold on.
She did A Wrinkle in Time, Selma. The 13th is a great documentary on Netflix that she did about the 13th Amendment and America and they bullshit and how slavery still exists. Well, but that ain't the pot for that.
Yeah, Naomi. That's the show. That's the name of the show. It got
Girls
canceled.
Trip.
It got
Oh
canceled.
damn! See, I didn't even and that shit came out
Yeah.
this year. That shit
Yeah,
came
the
out
acts
this
of
year.
that Zazov not playing, bro. He not playing.
Oh yeah,
He
the
not
CW. I'm looking at it right now. So is on Rotten Tomatoes is 90%, but on IMDb is 4.6 out of 10. But Google users, it says 50% of people like the show. So I mean, who knows? I don't know anything about
he
it.
wants to Zazov came out and said he wants to make things cohesive. Y'all not just gonna be making DC shows and it's in its own universe.
Yeah, he like fuck that.
Yeah, I'm canceling everything. I'm canceling shit. It's time to restart this shit.
Hey,
It's
I
time.
mean, the is a new regime.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
mean, I guess moving on from films, I guess we could at this point we could just I want to just say at this point R.I.P. Kevin Samuels.
Word
Uh
up.
I can't say that I was a fan or like a supporter, but I respected him for what he did. I know a lot of people have like their differences with him and they have their opinions about him. I say fuck all that, man. The man lost his life. Like is at this point, it's like man, it's RP. At this point, you ain't gotta say nothing how you feel. Like your opinion don't even matter. Like it don't matter. He's not here for him to defend himself. So shit.
Right.
RP to that man. So with
And
that,
people talking shit bad as if motherfuckers wasn't trying to go on his live and talk to him. So I don't get why people are shit talking him.
we ain't even gotta get into it. But
I
for
don't.
for
People are
those that
crazy.
yeah, like for everybody that not familiar with him, popular YouTube or personality, I guess we could say. He was infamous for just like you said, he had a platform where people would not be forced to go on. They would volunteer to be on his platform to speak to him and be you know what I mean and do the whole you know what I mean process of what he was doing. So
Yeah.
like I mean it wasn't like he was forcing people, it wasn't like he was being a bad dude and like tricking
Nah, it was
people.
just keeping it real and giving his opinion on what, on how females should need to, change up their shit and
Man, it
wake
was
up a little bit.
at the end of the day, it was entertainment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the nigga was trying to entertain people. He was a YouTuber. The nigga wasn't out here
Right.
doing no bad shit. For
Right.
people, for people to be saying the bullshit they were saying after he passed is kind of crazy. But
Yeah.
R.I.P. to that man. Chris Rock says he got smacked by the softest nigga that ever rapped.
Wow. He said that?
He said after the Chappelle shit, he said at least Chappelle got smacked by someone of repute. I got hit by a homeless. Oh no! My mistake. This is what Chappelle said to Chris Rock as they joking back and forth with one another. He goes to Chris Rock. He goes, "Man, at least you got hit. At least you got smacked by someone of repute. I got hit by a homeless guy with leaves in his hair." And that's when Chris Rock responds. Man, I got smacked by the softest nigga that ever rapped. Which is kind of
Yes.
funny. It's kind of like, but I feel like it's kind of late, my nigga. It's like, damn, nigga. We don't even, we still, I don't even care about that shit no more. Like,
Word.
nobody care about it. But I mean, he got his shit off again. Apparently, he got like a stand up special or he got some kind of content coming out where he addresses it. So I guess we gotta wait for that to come out and we'll talk about that.
Yeah, definitely will.
I mean, we could get in, I guess we could kind of like finish off TV. I started Tokyo Vice.
How you feel about it, brother?
Tokyo Vice. I fuck with it. Like I got a deep dive for it. I watched the first 2 episodes. I know they're up to like what, episode 6. Are you caught up with it?
I finished the whole season.
Oh, the season is done?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I see. Then I didn't even know that. I'm only 2 episodes in. I tried to watch the third episode and I fell asleep. Not because it's not good, just because at the time I tried to watch it, it was just I shouldn't have been watching it. Just went to bed at that time, but I forced myself. So I fuck with it off of everything about it, like the way it's shot, cinematography of it, the color grading, how it looks, the setting. It's like I mean, so we could get into it. So I really want. We could chop it up about the first episode, bro. I don't know if you wanted, cause I didn't see you seen the whole thing, but I want to talk with you as much as like I seen about it. So like we could get into that.
First episode. It starts off with a scene that is not in this season, which I kind of loved.
I got a whole breakdown, bro. I got a whole breakdown. But go ahead.
So give
Go
me your
ahead.
breakdown. Give me your breakdown. Give me your breakdown.
Well, I don't have much, but I mean, I just got like little pieces. So I think you should you give your breakdown and I'll do color commentary.
If I break down, you're gonna get spoiled. That's why I don't want to.
So okay, first episode. So boom. What I got from watching the first 2 episodes, specifically the first episode. Now, I mean, we got, and I don't even know son name. I got it here in my notes, but maybe. So I mean, like we got
Jake, some of the main character, right?
Hold on. Let me just double check something. Let me make sure. Yeah, and I word Jake. So
Yeah.
I mean, Jewish cat. I realized, you know what I'm saying, when it showed him outside, he walking. He's in what, Japan?
Yeah, Shibuya.
Yeah, he is in Shibuya, Japan. You know what I mean, immediately the cinematic and the vision that they show. And I mean, this nigga is taller than everybody around him. Just on the
Nah,
street.
for real though.
Just on the street. He taller than everybody. So he stand out. Tall white dude, you know what I'm saying? He's out there in Japan. It seems like he's teaching English to like in the first 2 episodes I seen. He's like a teacher. He's teaching English and he's also, while he's doing that, that's his job. On the side, he's like trying to learn like martial arts. Looks like karate. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's fully immersed in the culture. Like he speaks the language fluently. He understands it fluently. He writes, you know what I mean? He's in it. He's not like he's there and not understanding the culture. He's fully in there, you know what I mean? And his job, as well as being like a teacher and teaching on the side, he's trying to be a crime reporter. You know what I mean? He's according to him, he reports on what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like in Japan, they got a saying that it's 12 million readers a day. So you just got to put out what's going on. So in that culture, their news is like it's like a copy and paste. You just put out what everybody else is putting out and just get it out to as many people. Because like they said, they got 12 million readers. They're just trying to get the news out to everybody. So it don't even matter if you're not saying something different, like how in American culture you gotta have a different take. And now where it is, you gotta say some bullshit or whatever. Now, I mean, not to get into that, but that's the culture and that's what he's living in. So he's coming up in a culture where he wants to report on what happens, and they're like, nah, you gotta report on what the fuck we say report, nigga. Write this word for word. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And in his job, he's the only white boy. You know what I mean? He's in Japan. Everybody else is Japanese. He's the only white boy. You know what I mean? So his boss is they they be not I don't know who it is. I think he's the lead editor for the paper. He don't fuck with this nigga. He called him
He's
all
like Gaijin.
Gaijin, Gaijin. He called that, which is a quote unquote slur in Japanese against like Americans, but I forget. I don't know what it means, but basically he don't
Means
fuck
foreigner.
with him. Word, it means foreigner.
Means
Word,
yeah.
word. Gaijin, Gaijin. But so what? Listen, what like that's what I got. What you? And that's from the first episode. What I kind
The
of got.
first 2 episodes is baby steps to what's about to really go down on that show, brother. And I'm just glad that you
Uh,
fucking with it now. Yeah,
I'm in
it
there.
gets.
So I guess I could get into. So basically, he's in Japan. They're dealing with the
He don't know
yakuza.
how to. Let me tell you something. He don't know how to mind his fucking business. I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
that right
Okay.
now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even if you are you're a crime journalist and you're supposed to, the bounds and shit, the shit that he does, like this is one of the shows with a main character. I don't like him
Yeah.
simply because of how he is on the show, but it don't take away from his acting. It's just I don't like
The
how he
per-
moves on the
the
show.
personality of his character, you'd be like, I will not fuck with a nigga that's like this.
Like this, yeah, I wouldn't fuck with a nigga. Like
If
right,
you if
right,
you
right.
moving like, and I could say from the first 2 episodes, he does. So to move along, I got to spoiler alert. I got to put that shit earlier on. But the way he moves is definitely on some like he moves like a white boy that's in America that just thinks he's entitled to everything.
Everything, yep.
So from what I've seen in the first 2 episodes that pertains to that, they tell him, and he gets this job. He gets sworn in as this. Now, I mean, this is a job that everybody wants in Japan. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be a reporter, crime reporter. But with this job, it comes rules. You got to write what we tell you to write. He wants to go on his own and do shit. So he has a plug with a chick that works there. I don't know how far that relationship get, but he has some in with her, and she has a higher position there. So if he goes to her and does some shit, she doesn't allow him to do it. But if it comes down to it, she's not gonna come down and like get him in trouble for it. So anyway, he comes across a story that has to do with like some murders that take place or some people that died, and it appears to be some gang violence, some yakuza shit. I mean, they in Japan, but he doesn't just take the story for what it is, what they tell him to write. He wants to go investigate. So he ends up in like places that he doesn't need to be, and basically that's why he feels like he's entitled. He goes there and he's like, "Yo, I'm following the story," but niggas is like, "Yo, in our culture, this is just how it is, fam. Don't do that. Like,
Yeah,
don't do
he's
that.
going out there with being an American, and this ain't
Yeah,
American, nigga.
this ain't America, nigga. Get your ass smoked." But
Yep.
that's a great show, man. Tokyo Vice. I'm fucking with it. Spoiler alert. I'm sorry if I spoiled anything. Sorry if we spoiled anything. I might bleep. I might not. If you got to this point, I'm gonna put something before we get to it to tell you to fast forward. And if you got this far and you it got spoiled for you, that's your fault. Um. I got some other shit. Like, I mean, speaking on TV. I don't know if you got anything on TV. Like
Oh,
Atlanta.
not.
I mean, I
I
don't know
gotta
if you
catch up.
you seen that? You didn't see the new Atlanta?
Nah, hell no. I'm gonna catch up after we finish.
I mean, so I guess we could kind of end this. I just want to say also, I did realize, cause I be following trends and shit. I be trying to see what's going on. Like, according to my nigga Drugs, that nigga Sada, we gotta get up with him, see what happened. Yeah, niggas know what happened in the earlier episodes why he was missing. But this is real time. I don't even know. We don't know what happened. So, but anyway, as he would say, it's a goofy movie being ran out here. So you know what I'm saying?
Uh
Like,
huh.
I noticed with TV, with like shows, and I hope I don't want to get canceled for this shit. But with shows, I mean, I watch shows. We recap shows. We talk about them. I noticed specifically with FX, the network FX, and just shows about rappers in general on TV, I noticed they and this is on TV shows that are hits, bro. Like these are not just like shows that nobody talk about. These are the shows that like culture talks about and people fuck with. I noticed they got a lot of in rap on TV. A lot of the rappers are they're involved with a lot of gay stuff, or like they play the lines of with the gay with gay shit on TV. So example, like I mean, we got Paperboy on this most recent episode of Atlanta. Uh, I wouldn't say he was involved with no gay shit, but like it was a transgender character on the show, and Paperboy was just, I mean, you do with that what you do. Like it kind of made Paperboy, it put him in a light that was outside of being a typical rapper. It was like the gay rapper they wanted to kind of highlight, which was like, okay,
Really?
that's yeah, bro, word.
They gave him the P Valley?
And this goes to my next Lil Murder and P Valley. Nigga songs is hard as fuck.
Yeah, word.
I wanted to say that. I don't care if the niggas is gay. I'm just noticing that as a trend as rappers on TV being gay.
Bro, you know what I also noticed? Shout out to Maximilian Dude. He's been playing I think this nigga might be the first white boy to play Def Jam and did a fight for New York. But anyway, you know the place where we got clothes from? We bought clothes from was called Sus.
on Def Jam?
Yeah. Crazy, right?
Wow, I don't remember that, but that's kind of
Yeah,
crazy.
that shit is cool. It sounds kind of crazy. Shit, this store was named Sus.
But look, even more. I got more. So Lil Murder on P Valley, and that nigga song's fire. Like he got heat. Paperboy got some heat, and then you take it to FX again. Lil Dicky Show Dave. That nigga got a lot of gay scenes in that show, bro. I love that show. That's one of my favorite shows. Shout out to Andrew Santino, funny comedian. I love that nigga. He from Chicago, white dude, great podcast, Whiskey Ginger podcast. We gonna get him on this shit eventually. He gonna be on Cracking 80's. He's on that show. He plays Lil Dicky's manager. Lil Dicky does a lot of gay stuff on that show. Like it's
Crazy.
And I'm like, it's not like I watch all of these shows. So what I'm getting at is not I'm not saying anything about like it's no homophobic, no that if you think about that's it's none of that. I'm just saying that it's a thing. It seems like it's a theme of rappers on hit TV shows. They seem to all play around with the idea of like that.
Yeah, man. I don't know what it is. What's going
So
on?
you take with that what you think about it. And like I said, this is TV. Like it don't matter like what whether it matters or not. I don't care. I know it's gay rappers in real life. Who cares about that? What I'm saying is the fact that the imagery of them putting it on TV and two shows specifically on the same network, and we can't hold up. We can't even don't forget to mention the OG of this shit, nigga. My nigga Jussie Smollett. You know what I'm saying? Like on Empire, my nigga, another show.
Yeah, word.
He's the OG of this shit. That nigga got thrown in a trash can for being gay and making music. You know what I mean? So this is something I'm gonna follow. This is another one sidelines like side missions that I'm gonna pay attention to. It don't matter. I don't give a fuck, but I want to pay attention to see what really going on. Clown show they
Word.
got.
Well, the dude who plays Paperboy was gay in the Eternals.
Wow. See, look, I didn't even see the Eternals, but I knew he was in it.
Yeah.
And the
He
fact
was
that,
gay.
wow, look, see,
Yeah, he
and
was
that's
gay.
fucked up because you know why? Well, no, okay, let me take that back. I don't mean that. I don't want to say it's fucked up, but if he is really gay in real life, cool. Shout out to that man. But our introduction to him, if he wasn't, was Atlanta. Before Atlanta, I never seen him in anything.
Yeah, me either.
After Atlanta, he was in a lot of shit. He was in Atlanta. I seen him in a couple of movies. And now you saying he's in Eternals, like
Yeah.
his career started from that. So I mean, if it's just something I'm following on. Prayers to everybody involved. Shout out to everybody. Um, I ain't got nothing else, man. Like
That's it. That's episode 8. Pretty calm episode. Ain't really been a calm. It's been a crazy week in music.
we got to figure out what happened to this nigga
I think he
Drugs.
found another bank to rob.
He trying to shout out to Drugs. He always just like you said, this was a calm episode. He probably realized it was calm and was like, I gotta dip out, figure out how I can get some bread to hype this shit up, and that's what he's doing. He's on the mission right now. So
Yeah, he's on a mission right now. Where
ah
he on his take his shit. He on his Idris Alba take his shit right now.
yeah. So shout out to Drugs. We gonna get up hard, but go ahead and take us out of here, my.
Alright, you sick fucks. Get the fuck off fucking YouTube, nigga. Spotify, wherever you listening to us at, Apple Music. Don't matter. Take your headphones out. Turn your phone off, nigga. It's over. The night's over. Go to sleep. Or if you work overnight, get to work. It's about that time, niggas. We out of here. Cracking the motherfucking 80s.
Crack, 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 crack.